part of the work I did in the world was bringing conflict resolution and stress reduction programs to schools. And I did this on a small scale, and I loved it. It brought a lot of joy. But one day I was in prayer, and I asked God to show me a way that I could do this where I could touch more people. Little later that day, I was listening to a radio show, and my favorite author came on the show and did a little blurb, a commercial, and about what our children really need to learn. And it was exactly my program. So I wrote her an email telling her about my program and how much I love her work and how much she's inspired me, and I never thought I'd hear anything. 10 minutes later, I get a letter back, an email back saying, "Dearest Debbie, I so love the work you're doing in the world. Please send me your address. I would like to financially support it." And I was like, oh my gosh, that's amazing. So it turned into like a 3-year relationship where every time I would start a project, I would let her know and she would send me a check. And it was the money part helped financially to fund these programs, but what was so great was that this mentor that I love so much was pouring into me and sharing her wisdom about these programs. So after 3 years, things got really hard, and that's when I had the accident and was so physically unwell and was really not able to do that work anymore. And I asked her if she would take a look at a children's book that I had written. Sent her the copy, and she wrote back the most beautiful letter. "Dearest Debbie, you never have to do great things in this world. You just have to do small things with great love," which actually was a Mother Teresa quote. And she said, "I want to underwrite the book. I want to pay for the entire production of it." So it became such a joyful adventure in watching my words come to life with an illustrator, and it was a wonderful, wonderful project. Because I was so unwell, I sold all of 25 copies of the book and was going to sleep one night, and I just said, "God, I can't do this. I have no energy. I have no wisdom in how to market a book. If you want this book out in the world, I need you to do it." And I fell asleep. And I woke up the next morning to an email from a publisher in Turkey. Somehow, one of the 25 copies of the book landed in the hands of a publisher in Turkey. And he was writing to me, asking me if he could buy the foreign rights and translate it into Turkish. Now, I am just in awe at this God who heard that prayer that wasn't even a very serious prayer. It was just I was falling asleep and didn't know what to do. We ended up signing a deal, and he bought 3,000 copies on the spot, and it took 2 emails without an agent or anything to close a deal with a publisher. So I say this to you, and it reminds me all the time that I don't have to know. I don't have to be good enough, smart enough. I don't have to fix it, figure it out, try to do it alone. I just have to ask God to show me, and He'll take my not enough and make it way more than enough. So that story has always brought me so much joy.